Greetings, YouTube. It's been a couple days since we had an offer to grade in the in-game store, but today has ended that streak and also answered the question, Prof, because Kabam doesn't seem to make as much money off of red envelopes and greater red envelopes as the traditional gifting of it, of course nothing close to that, do you think there's going to be a point where they try to put some of these things into unit offers to get some of that money going for their revenue stream? And my answer is always, yeah, sure. And why not? If you've got this limited edition item, especially if you pair it with units, then what's the harm in giving people a reason to buy them? Particularly if you need units anyway, and you were going to buy them at retail price. So we have these unit store purchases, and we do not see that there are any specific progression requirements for this. So you can see $4.99. The greater red envelopes are really where you get something of value, particularly 5-star shards and units. That's what matters most. So you're looking at, in the first couple of offers, about one for every $5. So one greater red envelope for $5, two for $10. That works out math-wise exactly how you would expect. Now the question becomes, what about when you get to 30? So 30, you would expect to see 6, and you actually get a bonus, quote-unquote, of 2, or what they value at $5 a piece. Now to be clear, I don't think these things are worth $5 a piece, but you get the units included with them. So if you're planning on buying units anyway, it's just like getting extra fortune cookies with the check after a Chinese food meal, you know? You're not going to complain about the quality of the fortune cookie because it's free. You paid for the meal, you didn't pay for the cookie. The cookie came as a bonus. And I think if you open 8 greater red envelopes, you should get some units or hopefully some 5-star shards along with everything else. So if there's 8 for 30, you would hope for at least 16 for 50, but unfortunately, there is no $50 or $100 offer. In fact, the Allfather's Odin Vault and Black Panther's Treasure is void from this offer. Now, if I was working at Kabam's headquarters with their marketing team, Lord help me, I would probably make the $50 one 20 greater red envelopes, and I'd give a bonus like 5,000 5-star shards, or maybe, if I'm being really generous, like 2,500 6-star shards, or if you're going to substitute those, maybe for some rank up materials, maybe you want to give, like how cool would it be if you got 2 tier 2 alphas on top of that? But they're not looking for this to be like a Cyber Weekend or a July 4th type deal. They're just looking for a little bit of incentive for people to spend some money, and I get that. The Odin, I wish, and I know I say this every time now, but I wish they'd just bring back the Nexus 5-star basic crystal with the Odin during these kind of offers. If you gave, like, can you imagine, like 50 red envelopes and a 5-star Nexus crystal? It's limit 1, but they would make so much money off of that because so many people would say, yeah, I'll take the 3,100 units and then get a free 5-star crystal that I get a 1 out of 3 choice for a champion that pops up, plus a bunch of greater red envelopes, which will give me some 5-star shards. So, you know, the $30 one is obviously the best value because you get $10 bonus free. This should be, if you follow the retail price, the first 6 greater red envelopes and you get 8. Now, there's going to be people who send their luck to me, and they get a ton of 5-star shards and units, but there's also going to be people who send to me who get mostly just gold, crystals, battle chips, and loyalty. I don't see how you can go wrong if you need the units anyway, but it is kind of confusing to me that they would stop at the $29.99 Tony Stark's briefcase for this limited time offer. I'm also a bit impressed, as weird as that may sound, that they're limiting 1. Because traditionally, for these kind of offers, they limit 3, and that would make them 3 times as much money. So they're kind of being restrained. Who knows if they've somehow had a great month of revenue behind the scenes that are keeping these offers down to limit 1 and keeping for the first time in months just what we've seen so far once, which was the early access bundles in January down to limit 1 when we had now been accustomed to the limit 2 purchase limit. So, I think It's always hard to grade these because they're bonuses, but if you're going to give something an A, it's the Tony Stark's briefcase, and then you go down to the Star-Lord's loot bag, and that's like a C+, and then Peter Parker's wallet is a C. And I'll probably say Tony Stark's briefcase, it's like an A-, right? But if you want to open some great red envelopes and you were planning on purchasing units, snatch it up. And if not, just exit out of this like I'm doing right now and live to fight another day without spending your money. Either way, it's nice to see them give a little bit of an incentive while also being responsible by not having people spend $120 for some Greater Red envelopes. Have a good day, YouTube, and a great weekend. I'll be doing a Across the Pond stream real soon. I only get to do these about a couple times a month on Saturdays, and today my schedule opened up, so I'm excited as long as the Oklahoma internet is cooperating to, just converse, answer questions, and hang out with a lot of you that never get to come by my evening streams because you're, God willing, asleep. Again, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.